Hi, I'm Todd from Metro Detroit, Michigan. This is our 2022 Bushwhacker 10 HD. I don't know if this is actually unlocked. I haven't seen anybody with this same bin as us, but we've got the battery disconnect there and our blocks, and I have added a camera which my rearview mirror comes off and it becomes a display for behind the camper. I'll show you the camera on the back end. I did not like not seeing anything out the back window.
Yeah. So when you're backing up at camp, you can see before you smash an electric pedestal.
it pans up and down, and then I put another one inside the vehicle. When I'm home and just driving without anything, I put the regular rear view back on.
Nice.
But
so plug and play. You can change it around.
Easy,
now you mentioned you haven't seen that box. Where did you get it?
It was Amazon.
Oh,
purchase.
okay.
Yep.
So I'll look for a link from you on that.
Yep.
But it fits nicely on that tray. Or did you mod it?
I'd moved the tray forward a little bit. You can see I've got the the propane tank strapped to the tongue jack.
Yep.
So that gave me a little bit more room for a little bit bigger box.
Nice, so a nice little stability there, and it looks like you just had to nip the corner out in order to get it to fit.
Yep, just my die grinder.
Nice,
yep.
Perfect.
And I've done the air conditioning mod that Sam had walked through with lining the inside and removing some of the foam for better circulation. That's helped a lot with the AC unit.
Keeps the water where it's supposed to be
as
well.
Yep.
And did your Schwacker come with lobster Crocs? Link in description.
There you go. And then this was new this year. I know a lot of people have done that, but it really does make the space more usable with the collapsible shelf hinges. And I just got a sheet of Formica and used contact cement so that it kind of matched the factory shelf. For the pull-out, a lot of people have these. These are actually the pull-out sliders that you recommend on your sheet. I used those, but I also jacked this up a little bit more, and I got for like under the desk drawer that a lot of people would be pens and scissors and stuff. I made it a silverware drawer, which is really nice.
So you're using a BougeRV 23. You're doing basically the same mod, but instead of a flat countertop across, that extra elevation gave you some usable space.
Right.
That's really nice. And I see, in addition to your propane boiler burner, you have
an induction cooktop.
So you guys are throwing down. You're cooking.
We like that, and it stores. I left just enough room between the wall and the side of the BougeRV that it just slides in there between the drawer when we travel, and it just traps it in there perfect.
Perfect. So it has storage.
Yep.
Okay, and this has become really popular. Everyone's loving the ice maker.
Ice maker was real. That was like the first thing we bought when we got this.
So no one likes going to get ice. I think it's not going to be a surprise to people that they see you're drinking. There's booze all over the campsite. So the ability to have a refrigerator and the ability to make your own ice, it's really a game changer.
It's really nice, yeah.
So for every joy that the fridge brings, there's still, you putting ice in a drink is a big deal.
Yeah, yeah. Having fresh, clean ice, like if you're using the ice from the cooler, you're never really sure that it's clean. And so with that, you just pour the drinking water in, you know it's good to go.
I love it.
Yeah.
Where in the world did you get that napkin holder?
That was a gift, actually.
From where?
I don't know. It was a gift, so I don't know where it was purchased.
Please
but
contact them and have them share with us.
I will find out, because it's really cute, yes.
And these cups are ferrous metal, so they're magnets?
They are, yep. We just have them, oops.
Oh, sorry.
Some of the magnets have fallen down.
Okay. All right,
but
you put it back.
Usually,
let's cut.
Yeah.
You want to put it back?
It's fine. It's fine. Normally they hang from these, which are stronger. Nate decided to put them up just like that, but that's stronger.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have like a transportation method and an at camp method.
Yeah. So when we're transporting them, they go back here, and those have fallen off, but the magnets on the back hold them steady when they're being transported, and then we put them out here where they're just easy to grab.
I love it. What did you do with this light system?
So this is really great, actually. This is, actually a 24 volt LED, and I've got a little step up boost converter here. So 12 to 24 volts DC, but you can adjust the light, and it's got settings where it'll like play to music or something like that. It's a really fun addition. And we were using those little fairy lights.
Sure.
And we were putting them up and taking them down and really carefully coiling them up each time. And with this setup, it's set it and forget it. And you can turn it on and adjust the colors. If you're cooking at night, we've got that, and we've got another set of lights under here. We can just put them on white, have nice bright lights for cooking. And if we're just wandering back in the dark, we can put it on this fun light, and it's like a beacon in the night to find our way back.
I love it. And in this sea of bushwhackers, you'll be able to find your own camper.
From far away, you can tell where you're headed. Yep.
Okay, so you found the LEDs, and there's some advantages of 24 volts. It lets them run smaller wires and stuff. But basically, you split off your 12 volt section and then just fed these. These guys are quite inexpensive now.
Yep.
It's only a 120 watt unit, and that was
Right.
enough to patch in.
Yep.
And that remote controls anywhere around your camp.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's a remote control.
Works really well.
I like it. What did you fasten with? Just double-sided tape?
No, I've got a couple screws in it
No,
there.
I mean the light itself.
Oh, the light. So it's a combination of clips that came with it, but they did not provide enough. So the one you're looking at there is white, and that's actually had a friend 3D print some extras.
Fancy, fancy.
So I've supplemented the ones that came with it, which were not enough, with some more. I've actually got to put a few more in yet, but there's better things to do at camp.
Yeah, but I mean, what a world that we're changing. I
Yeah.
see so many times now that folks have had their parts 3D printed for these mods. It's just a cool development. Tell me a little bit about the style of faucet that you went with.
Yeah, so this was one of our earlier mods. We didn't like the factory faucet very much.
No one does.
So I got this. It's a pull down with a adjustable sprayer jet and then sprayer, single handle. I don't have hot water yet, so I've just got that side plugged for the time being.
Sure, but did you make this plate to cover the original?
I did. It's just a PVC like an outlet box cover.
Okay, so like a circular outlet box
Exactly.
cover. It's
And
outdoor rated.
You can adjust the size of the hole you put in the middle of it depending on the faucet you buy. But it's worked really well. This is the third season we've used it. We haven't had any trouble with, and I just bought some white screws to secure that to the countertop.
It's a really smart way to cover that hole that was there. And I get a lot of questions about this still. Inside, you're just using PEX fittings?
Most of them are just band clamps.
Okay, so
Yep.
to there's a threaded connection on the faucet, and you clip to something and just convert to what was there on the
Yep.
camper? Mm-hmm. Very cool. We'll have to demo that sometime so people can see how to add these, but very nice.
Yeah.
Did your Bushwhacker come with those sliding doors?
No, this was a single panel from the factory. I bought track and I cut it in half and trimmed it down. And on that side, I have a recessed finger pull so that it can slide completely over that end.
Oh, smart, smart.
And that gives us access to the area under the sink. And when we travel, the coffee maker goes on the right side of the drain, and our little silverware bin right there on the table goes on the left side. So that's our larger cooking accessories, tongs and spatulas and stuff like that.
I'm loving it. Everything is clean. It looks nice, but it's very practical. There's nothing kind of over the top. It's
Right.
just what you need.
Trying to
at
keep
camp.
it simple. We had originally put the paper towel dispenser up under the shelf here, and then with seeing some of the other videos, decided to relocate that up there. The towel bar is new this year. That's just a stick-on one, which was really nice.
All right, so why don't you, I'm seeing half Sam, half you. Sam doesn't use these poles.
It is Sam's recommendation to support this secondary pole here that telescopes out, especially when you're using the annex room. So this is a CPVCT that I just trimmed as Sam recommended, like slightly below midline, and it snaps on there and lends it some extra support so it doesn't get bent there where it telescopes in.
Nice. So I see a lot of people that actually hit up the Wizard for all this, and he's got the Mr. Long Arm and he uses a jig. This is one you did yourself.
It is.
Oh, very cool. So folks, you can add these supports and be very careful not to cut your finger off when you do that.
Good
How
tip.
did you do yours?
Pro tip. I had a little bandsaw in the basement I cut it
Okay.
off with. Yep.
Very cool. You want to take us on a tour of the inside and what Sam did and
Sure. We just added a couple of mats in here on the floor to help protect it when we're inside. Sam, the Wizard of Mods, had done the elastic around the door, which is a really great clean look. Keeps it nice and tight, the inclement weather, and then uses some of that material to make this cover for the fender and the wheel, which is fantastic. Comes with this little thing, but he adds a little slit over here for the wire to come through for the awning light.
So the ARB one has an illuminated roof. You
Yep.
added, Sam did his rain retention elimination device.
Correct.
And then the magnets raise this, so you know we're both in here. It's not, we have plenty of headroom.
Right.
And you don't have the center post.
Which is wonderful. I was originally going to do that, and then when we saw the R-Red, we were like, yeah, let's do that.
And
It's a great solution.
I bring the pole with me because when it's really coming down, I will just add an additional support
underneath
here
that?
if it's like big time thunderstorms.
Okay.
But otherwise, just keep your floor plan open and no pole in the center needed. Now, quick question for you. How do you plug in your ARB light?
So as part of the mod for Sam, he does add a little line, and that you just line it up. He removed the little nut. It's really got plenty of retention just sliding it together in here.
Yeah, and where does it feed into?
And then it goes, so this is already wired into the LED strip there, and then it feeds outside here, and he adds, I think he called it an SAE port
Standard
on the side.
automotive. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a basic two-prong plug on the side.
So he brought that power to the outside from the Galley and put it on the outside here. It's super clean.
I mean, yeah, I've always ended up using a small power bank or something here and feeding it that way, or you can reach in if the Galley's open, but adding that pass-through plug is just a
It's really
solid job.
nice.
And they're weatherproof too, those SEAs.
Yeah.
So cool. So any mods on the inside?
Not much on the inside. You can't really tell to look at it, but like I said, I'd done the AC mod, pulled that out, added sheet metal to the insides to seal that up good. And then we found that some of the factory lights, the on-off switch was sticky, and mine was fine. And I was like, Nate, why can't you turn your light on and off? And realized his was sticky. And the one factory one we have left is doing it now too.
So upgrade them with those touch lights,
Yes,
color changers.
that's what we did. So up at the head of the bed, we've just got the touch lights that turn on and off real easy.
So the trick, and I see you did this, if you get them slightly bigger than the factory ones, they cover all the holes and the sins of the factory install, but they're dimmable, color changing, just a much nicer experience. And they're
It really
easy,
is.
right? Easy to install.
Very easy to install. Took me about 5 minutes each.
Yeah.
real easy.
So you guys brought a little flair to this. I mean, are these Amazon finds?
They are, yep. We just use a little bungee cord to secure bins up here, and then he found some that fit really nice directly over the head too, to just toss stuff in, and it stays in there well. We do have a different topper than most people. This is one that folds into a couch, but it's not one of the Milliard, however
yeah.
you say it. It's
No
a
one
little bit
knows.
different. And this year we did because the furnace, it just is so overpowered. We have started using electric blanket when we need a little more heat.
It's really nice.
And then we've got the little ceramic heater in here, which does a really nice job. We just use it on low, and it really makes it comfortable in here when it's chilly at night.
Very cool. So it's been great hanging out with you guys, and I just think that it's awesome to see different ways that folks do the same sort of modifications.
Right.
Love what you did. Very practical, and I think a lot of things people can learn from. So
Thank you very much.
thank you guys so much. Appreciate everyone
Love your
watching.
channel.
Yeah, tune in, subscribe.